This time I'm going to change. I'm going to change my eating habits and go on a diet. I'm going to change my bad habits and create a new me. I'm going to try to change again, and this time for the good. Hello and welcome to I Am. I'm David Andrade. Do you attempt to change so often that attempting to change is now becoming a bad habit? Will you go through the process of change over and over again and never accomplish? The one thing that we're trying to change never changes. And it never changes because we are not supposed to change into someone outside of ourselves. People think that change and choice are the same. They are far apart. Change is attempting. Choosing is accomplishing. I'm not disparaging the attempts at changing. Everyone should pursue advancement, but not through the avenue of change, but through choosing advancement from within, what you already bear. Why we attempt to change becomes what we most want to avoid, a bad habit. Because subconsciously, the mind will continue to allow you to pursue something that it will not allow you to obtain. The mind and your subconscious needs to maintain the efficiency of identity. And telling the mind to change into someone it is not going to happen. So in turn, it will covertly allow the bad habit of pursuit of change to continue in order to maintain itself. And you don't even see it happening. How many times have you tried to change yourself? How many? How many years have you spent trying to change? When you did advance, you didn't change. You finally allowed your mind to choose your brilliance. The quote of change becoming a bad habit came from a woman who should have a reason to give up, instead chose to see the strength burning inside of her life. A woman by the name of Kathleen sent me a quote that struck the perfect note in my heart. She said, "I had to stop trying to change. It was becoming a bad habit." This quote is perfect. It accomplished by defining the process of change. Her story is of a person who is a hunter-jumper, meaning a person who rides equestrian and surmounts obstacles in a course as quickly and gracefully as possible. Apparently, she lost both her legs several years ago and gave up on the sport she loved since childhood. She contacted me and we spoke a bit. She's a very reserved person. She was troubled about her ability not to change and become the rider she once was. I asked her two questions. I asked her two simple questions. Why are you trying to change? And who are you trying to change to? Once we spoke, she realized she had been searching for something outside of herself to advance. She was looking in the wrong place for the right her. She realized she had everything that life had to offer. It was up to her to choose her soulful beauty and strength. I also told her about a friend of mine, Laura, who has a successful international career as a hunter-jumper, which helped motivate Kathleen. And Kathleen, at that point, decided now was her time to choose to get back into the saddle. She said change was becoming a reason not to succeed. Attempting to change was giving her a reason to make a false attempt at success. After understanding the I Am method process of choosing, it gave her a new vision on how to approach her life. She realized attempting to change was actually hindering. She said she had forgotten how strong she already was, and that attempting to change was keeping her from seeing that quality. Change was blinding her from seeking from within. Remember, choosing is accomplishing. Changing is attempting. She is now back in the saddle, advancing her life, owning her greatness. No change, but a choice to live her greatness. Throughout our lives, we've been conditioned that the only way to advance our lives is to change into someone more accomplished, to change into someone that is more joyful, to change into someone that exudes strength. And during this time of attempting to change, your innate subconscious identity is begging you to believe in yourself, no change, begging you to believe in the great gifts you bear, to choose from the plethora of wonders that you possess and to merely strengthen them, advance them, expand them. But we are taught that we have to change into someone we are not. You aren't successful, so change into someone that is. You aren't confident, so change into someone that is more confident. You're lazy, so change into someone that is active, and the list goes on and on. On a conscious level, change sounds like a direction you need to take in order to advance. But on a subconscious level, where your true identity exists, a battle will take place. You consciously tell yourself that you're going to change in order to acquire a new personality outside of your existing one. But on the subconscious level, your identity is telling you this is not going to happen because you cannot be someone you are not. Your subconscious identity, your neurological wiring is telling you that you have everything you need to be who you desire. Your existing identity has the person of strength, the person of happiness, the person of confidence already built into itself. Your mind is telling you to choose to enhance the identity that pre-exists inside you. Don't waste your time trying to change, but it will let you go through the process because that is what you have asked it to do. And sure enough, the mind, like a fisherman catching a fish and giving the fish more line until it exhausts itself, then reeling it in, the mind does the same thing. It will give you more line until you get exhausted before reeling you back into your identity. Why? Because you're attempting to change. You're putting up a fight. I might be sounding negative to change on a personal level because I am to attempts at change. But I am absolutely and extremely positive when someone decides to choose to expand and enhance their true being. That is where I am extremely positive. When one decides to grow into one's pre-existing powers, that is beauty. When one starts to think like an oak tree that knows it cannot be a rose, but knows to grow and enhance into its own majestic capacities, that is when life blossoms. No change. Think about this. When someone tells you that you have to change, how do you feel? Are you overjoyed being told that the qualities you bear are subpar? Do you high-five someone and tell them, "Thank you for telling me that I don't have the character of strength, that I don't have the qualities to succeed. Thank you for making me overjoyed that I don't have the parts to make my life better"? Subconsciously, your mind knows you are looking in the wrong place for the right you, but it will allow you to pursue the character you seek, but knows that how you are approaching an advancement to your life will be short-lived. It knows that you are pursuing outside of your innate gifts of self. That is why you all feel that change is hard, because it is wrong. Subconsciously, one's innate beliefs know that this is all you have to do is choose the identity you seek, that you bear all that is great, that you possess the brilliance you strive for. Choosing tells you that you bear the fruits of life. Choosing tells you to pick an apple from the tree. Changing tells you to keep planting trees until you are ready to pick. I'm sure you have heard the phrase spoken by you or someone else, "Changing is so hard." Of course it is, because it can't be done. We can't be the individual we idealize. We did not live the life of our idol. We don't have their neurological structure to make the strides they have made in their life. Once you realize that you cannot change into someone else, life will open up to the magnificent power and beauty you possess. And right now, someone might be telling themselves, "I don't have the strength, the confidence, the surety to advance." That is where one is absolutely and unequivocally dead wrong. In my time studying individuals for over 30 years on how to advance my own life, I realized in the past several years while writing my book that no one changes. They either decline, plateau, or enhance their innate gifts. Good or bad habits never go away. One chooses which one to exist in, which one to enhance. From individuals that came from nothing to billionaires, they never changed. They only decided which personality trait they possessed to enhance. This focus on advancing what they bore is what made them succeed. Or the person who was of marginal character that chose to understand that they possessed the power of love and enhanced it to become a fantastic parent. Change was not involved. Choosing is what made it all happen. Choosing is what made it into a fortress. Your mind is begging you not to seek change, but to seek enhancing what you already possess. We think that change is the solution. Change is the hindrance. Changing is exhausting. Pursuit of changing oneself wastes time and years pursuing to be someone else. Think of change and choosing this way. Have you ever been in a somber mood and then bumped into someone that makes you smile? And that somber personality goes away and you are now joyful? You are in a state of happiness while in the presence of this person. Then when that person leaves, you are back to being somber. Why? In that period of time, your mind chose between the personalities you bear. It didn't change one thing. If it did change from somber to joyful, you would be stuck in a joyful state because you supposedly changed. You did not. Everyone chooses and vacillates between personalities based on one's environment. You don't think of changing while interacting with individuals. You don't say, here comes the person I like, so I have to work to change to be happy. Or, here comes the person that is annoying, change to be standoffish. No, your identity chooses without you thinking about the personality to put forward. It chooses a personality based on your environment, then puts it back on the shelf, then another and another all day long. Are you happy or mad for 24 hours straight? No. You might think you are, but within that time frame, you existed in many other personality traits you bear from within your identity, never changing, only choosing. Do you really want to succeed? Do you really, really want to succeed? Succeed at love, family, career? Then bring all that energy and effort to where you can explode and advance. And where is that? Bring it all back to you. Choosing enhances the gifts you bear. Never tell yourself you have to change. Never. Tell yourself to get up, stand tall, choose in 3 seconds, like I said in my book, The CN3, and choose what you already possess. Tell yourself, I bear greatness. I bear brilliance. I bear the fruits of life. We have all attempted to change our lives in some fashion. We've all felt beaten up when the fruits we sought were nowhere to be found. We have all felt that the path to change that we attempted did not work because it was the wrong pursuit, the wrong method. So we tried something new, again and again and again, to change, never realizing what was actually keeping us back. It was the attempt at changing our internal beauty to someone we are not. When all along our soul was begging for us to choose our absolute powers and strength that we possess, to look inside our gifts of everything we need to live a stunning life, to seek no one else's life, but to choose our life, our soul, our beauty. But remember, there's a critical step in choosing that must take place. Define. Define your I am. You must define your choices as you. I am strong. I am confident. I am loving. Followed by an immediate action and repetition. And do this over and over again every minute of every day for the rest of your life. You already do this every day. You have to rewrite your neurobiological wiring to build on the choices of your innate powers. You must be neurologically and biologically wired to accept and live your choice. You must define your choice as I am. You have to wire your mind to fortify your choices. Why do you think all the motivational quotes you read and see online get you excited and then are forgotten? All the books you read are set aside. All the information at seminars you attended are short-lived because they do not address what the I am method does. There has to be a neurobiological enhancement of an efficient pathway only accomplished through definition of I am, identity, and repetition. You will only act on the quotes, books, and seminars if you have an efficient identity pathway that will accept and incorporate them. You think pursuing change is a good thing. It sounds great, right? That all the attempts at change will at some point send you in the right direction of accomplishment. How many times have you tried to change? Think about it. How many? If you have to keep pursuing to better yourself through a process that does not deliver, why do you keep doing it? Why do you keep trying to change? Why do you keep beating yourself up in order to heal? Because the subconscious will continue to allow you to frolic in the endless journey of change to avoid actually choosing to enhance the efficient identity pathway that you wish to live. Remember, as I have stated, you live based on neurobiological efficiency of identity, good habits and bad habits. Your life is the end product. Think about what is holding you back. It is the idea of change that is holding you back, not the information or process in order to obtain your greatness. We don't look at the word change as the problem. We look at the information and the process of applying this information as the problem. The information didn't change me, so I'm going to gather more and different information. That book didn't help me change, so I'm going to buy another one. That life coach didn't help me change, so I'm going to see another life coach to change. What we don't think about is the word change is the actual problem, not the information, not the process. That is where the problem is. Change. Attempting to change is the bad habit. The word change on a personal level is non-committal. Choosing to apply and utilize the information you have acquired is telling you that you bear the information to succeed. Now choose to apply it. As Kathleen said, I had to stop trying to change myself. It was becoming a bad habit. Live you and never try living to be someone else. And if someone tells you you have to change, now you know to tell them, I will never change. I am perfect at who I am, and I will choose to build to enhance the fantastic qualities I bear and no one else's. Live the best of you, which is not a selfish pursuit, but a pursuit that makes all of humanity as a whole stronger, when we all live to support the best of each of us. Pick up a copy of my book in audio or paperback form at www.iammethod.com to get a true understanding of my method. And go through the worksheets in the book to give you a better understanding of choosing your life. Thank you for listening, and please share this podcast. Let's together help everyone pursue and choose their inherent greatness. Go out there and take a bite out of life.